Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I want to do a quick afternoon analysis. It's Thursday, about 2 p.m., and I was seeing some interesting stuff in the market, so I figured I'd share it with y'all. So on the Bitcoin front, of course, we saw this big run up to the top, all the way to a high of about 99.80 or so. What was the high right here? 99.70, I guess. All right, and so it looks like we're still floating right around that $9,600 area. It's very possible that we push back up towards the 98, 99 level, but let's see exactly what's going on in the smaller and the larger time frames to get an understanding of what could possibly happen. Okay, so first things first, here was the high that we put in just about a couple hours ago this morning at 99.70. It's a very high sell side volume coming in right there. And then put in a lower high, some lower highs right there. It kind of looks like, it's creating maybe a descending triangle. Again, these are not necessarily bearish. These are continuation patterns. But in my experience, descending triangles at the top of trends like this have been more bearish for BTC than bullish. But again, I think I'm going to pay attention to this one closely and try to see if it's going to break up or break down. And the one way to look at this is, if we break, let's just say this key low right here, all right, and that's right around 95.51. All right, I would say the wick of this low, I think, is critically important because that is the one move that put us into this lower high. So that means that either we wick into that area and then press up higher than this high right here, okay? Or what we're going to do is we're going to come down, wick into that area, put in another lower high, and then start dumping down, okay? Now, where's the dump down going to head towards? Well, first things first, I'd probably say if we start looking at the 4 hour, right, I'd probably say range high, which was from 30th April right there, range high right there, that would be the area that I could see price coming down into. All right, so that's about 94.90 or so. So that'd be the first area I'd look at for price to come down into. Now, if it holds that area of support, chances are we could do some bullish movement like this and start pressing up higher. If, however, we start breaking this area and start heading down further, this could be your short opportunity to short this range high break and target maybe this EQ area right here around 89.25 or range low right there around $8,400. Neither of which has been cemented in terms of going down. I'd probably say BTC has a little bit more momentum to the upside on its back. So far so good, right? Things are looking pretty good right now. But again, I still am cautiously bearish still, right? And what I mean by that is I still do believe that we're probably going to head down, but I'm not going to bet all my chips on it. Not that anyone ever should, but that's kind of how I'm looking at the market right now is, every time I saw the market kind of pushing up, there's very top heavy, sellers just waiting to sell up here or even on this drop or even up here. So it just makes me a little bit more cautious. All right. Let's go to the S&P 500. We had a pretty big spike down in the S&P 500. Even this morning, we pressed down a little bit. You can see we started selling off this morning, but then, bulls came in, stepped up, and pushed the price back up. We closed on the advantage side some really great options trades right here. All right. We picked up a SPY option, put option for 271 strike for May 18th. And I think we got in right around, where was it? Let me see here. Yeah, the options was priced at about 25 cents or so. And I think the closing price, I think we closed at almost like $1.50 or $2. I guess this part didn't show it, but we gained almost, about 425% on that option. So that was a really fantastic trade. Took a lot of profit from that specific trade in the option side. And so we're still looking at the equity markets to give us an idea of what's going on in the BTC and crypto markets. And the one thing I mentioned this morning on my Twitter, if you guys don't follow me, make sure you follow, is that if you look at the Dixie, which is the US dollar index right there, right, which is in yellow, that's been ticking up. The bonds have been going down, and the ES, which is the S&P 500 E-mini futures, have been going down as well. Typically what that means is, it seems like more and more investors are hedging their positions either more so into bonds or maybe possibly going into cash. That's what that implies. Doesn't necessarily mean that's exactly what's happening, because they could simply be, rotating money from one particular asset into a different one. They could be temporarily, just waiting out this little storm that we've had of the market selling off. You never really know the intentions behind this, right? As technicals traders, the best we can do is look at the clues in front of us in terms of price action, in terms of volume, price action analysis, trend lines, fibs, etc., and then make the best decision. And so I think the best decision right now is probably, in this particular area, BTC does look bullish, okay? But I think a close back below this range high, I think will probably mean that we're gonna start heading down lower. I'm waiting till the end of the day to see how the daily candle closes, okay? So far, so good, right? We had one bullish candle, two bullish candles, and looks like the third one with increasing volume, okay? We still have about 5 hours left to go in the daily candle. So anything could happen by then. For all I know, we could push up to 10,000 or we could come down towards 9,000, okay? So I'm careful in, looking at this current structure only as bullish or only as bearish, okay? Let me see here. Here's another trade that we took in the Forex side. We entered right here around 106.915. So far, so good. The trade is looking pretty darn good. Our targets are somewhere up here around 109.078. As long as the dollar itself, so if we split the screen right there, if you look at the dollar, the Dixie right there, all right, if the dollar keeps ticking up, I have no doubt that the US dollar against the Japanese yen will probably start ticking up even higher and harder. All right, so this is why I'm in this particular long trade on the dollar yen. Let's see here. So I think that's pretty much it. I just wanted to do a quick analysis. Looks like the daily RSI, still in the 65-point territory, which is technically more bullish than bearish. Let me see here on the 4-hour. The 4-hour also looks good. It actually broke through this big descending trend line that we had. So, a lot of positive signs for BTC, okay? All right, well, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys follow me on Twitter. I have a lot of important posts that I write down on Twitter, my thoughts through the day. I retweet a lot of important information. So hope you guys enjoy that content. Last but not least, also we took a gold trade a couple of weeks back. Gold, you can see now breaking out as well. So this trade is going really well for us. All right, y'all take care. Have a good rest of the day. Cheers.